Bro, this is chubby. No, this is chubby. This right here is chubby. Original.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Dish, where we dish out garbage every week and you still eat it up because it's good. I'm Joel, and I'm here today with the Childhood Keepsake. Yeah. All right. So you guys should probably introduce yourselves. This is the first time we do a group. Go ahead.
I'm Tessa.
I'm Lawrence.
I'm Liv.
Yeah. And they are Childhood Keepsake. So let me just start off by saying, obviously, I mean, I know you two. I don't know you, but you're cool. I'm a hip hop guy, right? I love hip hop. It's one of the loves of my life. So naturally, we would be doing a lot of our special guests are hip hop artists. But I do have like this kind of sweet spot for like, I wouldn't even know what to call it. Like, what is it, like indie rock, alternative? I don't know what it's called.
All
but
of
like,
that.
yeah, okay.
All the above.
And I don't know, like if I'm somewhere and I hear a song, I'm like, man, this shit makes me sad. You know, like I'll Shazam it and that's how I get the song. I don't know anything about this kind of music, but I just know that I love it, right? And I feel like a fraud saying that because I don't know anything about it. Like, if I didn't know you played a keyboard, I would think you had like 5 more people in here.
Yeah.
Doing, you know?
Yeah.
So just real quick, I know Tessa and Lawrence. We used to work at this world-class job, you know, high-class everything like that.
Top of the hand shit.
Yeah, I never met you, but you look a lot like her, so I'm gonna assume you guys are related, right?
Yeah, we're
Sisters, yeah. And you look a lot younger, right?
I'm 17.
17. How old are you, Lawrence?
I just turned 21,
21?
like 4 days
I'm
ago.
21 too.
You're 21 too? Let's start from the beginning. How did this happen, like the Childhood Keepsake? Like, whose idea was it? How long have you been playing? I didn't even know you played. I think I know you played because on your Instagram you'd be posting like
Yeah.
I had no idea you played. I thought you just yo-yoed. Which, fun fact, everybody, we have here in our presence the world. Are you still the world champ?
Yeah, last year, yeah.
Look at this. Yeah. Do you still have your own line of yo-yos too?
Yeah, I got like a sponsor and I got like my own signature area.
Dude. Okay, we're gonna post a link to buy some yo-yos in our description, right? You can make some sales off of this.
Get her some money.
Yeah. So how did this band form?
Well, like we all kind of just like decided one day we were actually like in Seattle for like a concert, and we all just kind of decided like, yo, like let's start a band, and like that'd be kind of fun. And so we all started playing our instruments like together, and it kind of just progressed from there.
Yeah.
Pretty much. That was like what, like 2 years ago? Yeah.
About 2 years now.
So I've
I
only
feel
been
like it's a
playing
cute
for
little story.
2 years. Yeah.
You've only
like
been
the
playing
story.
for 2 years?
Yeah.
How long have you been playing for?
About 2 years. Like honestly, until we kind of decided to like do it together. That's when I took guitar seriously. Prior to that, I just kind of dicked around. Are we allowed to swear by the way? Oh, yeah, for sure, yeah. Prior to that, I fucked around on the guitar, really, you know what I mean? Fuck!
Drop it, just
Yeah, I just dropped F-bombs. But yeah, no, I like didn't really take it seriously. I learned like 3 chords on guitar and then thought that was cool. But up until the point where we like started, you know, like we said we're gonna start a band together, that's when I actually took it serious and tried learning and took it more serious and like went more head on with it for sure.
Yeah. So like the idea of the band, like did you guys just there's just common knowledge like, oh, she plays drums, he plays guitar,
No,
she
yeah.
sings, or like would you guys have like jam sessions?
No, we didn't even play. Like I didn't play drums until we decided this.
Yeah, same. That yeah.
Like I never really thought I'd be like playing music, but like our dad does, like me and Olivia's dad, and so I guess we kind of like, I don't know.
I think for all of us, I think I can say for all of us that like music has definitely been a huge part in our lives prior to the band. Like it still had like an important place for us, and it was always like something meaningful to us. So
like, oh, we could do it too. Like,
yeah.
So like that can actually lead into like another question I had was like, who do you guys listen to that, or like, that's kind of a broad thing. So like,
Yeah.
first, who do you listen to? But like, was there a certain band or a certain artist that really got you? Like you said, like, all right, I can do this too.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I mean, when we decided to start the band, we were in Seattle for like a 1975 concert. So that's probably the band that like.
See, I've heard of them too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be knowing.
See, you're keeping up. You're keeping
I'm trying.
up.
So I guess that's the band. I don't know what you guys.
1975.
Yeah, I think for all of us, like we've all, it depends. At least for me, it depends where you want to start with that story for sure. Because I've thought about that question before, and I would say like when I was 12 years old or something, like one of the most influential, thanks, one of the most like influential artists to me still to this day is Owl City. Like regardless of how much of a meme he is, like if you listen to his deep cuts, I found that shit really cool. Just because of how like experimental and imaginative his work was, but that was like an artist where it really shook me, and it really made me want to follow music. And then after that, I started listening to like a bunch of other stuff. But then yeah, I think I could say the 1975 is like
That's
the
kinda how
like
we-
they
Like that's kind of how like we all became like close. I think like that
Through that
the
band.
Yeah. So we'd,
just
like,
through
go
going
see
to
their
concerts.
and-
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but I could say like they definitely formed like everything, at least that I'm inspired by.
Seattle has a pretty good music scene
Yeah,
from what I've heard. I've been there once, but
Yeah.
We were like in the Space Needle like when we decided.
That's
We
dope.
were, like,
I think
we were,
that
like,
makes
at-
it the
yeah,
coolest.
we were, like, at the
That's the
top.
coolest detail to that story.
Yeah.
We're literally in the Space Needle.
Is there what about you? Like, is it just the 1975? Because like he likes Owl City.
Yeah, like when I was younger, I guess I really liked Florence and the Machine and like Stevie Nicks for their voices. I think they were always like really interesting and inspiring because they were such like strong voices and they were so creative. So I think that really like started me into liking to sing and.
Well, you've been singing since you were like little. Like she used
Yeah.
to sing with my dad and stuff all the
Mhm.
time because he plays guitar. So I feel like she has more of a background in music than we do. Like a longer.
I guess.
Like,
Yeah, a longer one.
Yeah.
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 We like in choir or
No, I guess I kind of did like musical theater a little bit when I was a kid.
Oh.
So
yeah, that's cool. That's cool. So 2 years you guys been playing, right? How old is your first recording?
Oh.
I
Well, we've like
don't ever want
redone
to listen to the first
so many
recording
recordings.
ever.
I don't know. I guess the song we're gonna play today, it's like one of the first songs that we made, but we've re-recorded it like so many times.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
That song, the song we're about to play, like has gone through so many different reiterations and different forms for sure. It's kind of like that with like most of our ideas. Like it'll start out with something and then like over the next year or something. I don't know I don't know the exact time frame, but it always goes through like different versions as we keep adding things on,
and
taking
because
things
we keep
out.
getting like
so.
better too.
Exactly, because we just started, you know, like
Yeah,
it only. I think that's what's kind of interesting too about the songs is that like because we're learning our instruments as we're going, sometimes like the recordings themselves kind of stamp where we were
Yeah.
musically, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I know Lighthouse is definitely the first song that we
Yeah.
wrote together.
it was.
So-
That is the first one. Yeah.
How old is that song?
Like 2 years.
Oh.
2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 years.
I think it was like actually the first song we ever. Like,
No, it was, yeah.
Played.
Yeah.
Well, that's not a bad song. What do you guys like?
thanks.
Okay. Yeah, I like that song. My favorite song though, I think for you guys like right now is the "Dancing on My Own."
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a
I
that's a
like that
cover.
song.
Yeah, that one's a cover, but
So
we
we,
just
like,
it's our
definitely-
rendition of it.
Yeah.
For
No,
sure.
yeah. I don't know the original song, so to me, it might as well be your song.
Right.
But another song that I really like is what's it called? She.
That's the one
Is
we're
it
gonna
she or
play.
oh you are?
That's the one we're gonna play.
Yeah.
No, because I like the drums in it. They're really like 80s-esque type of.
That's kind of what we go for.
Yeah.
I'd say with our drums
I would say-
specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope. I know. So Liv has been singing for a while, right? You've been doing like performances with like yo-yos and like you
Yeah,
were, like.
that kind of helps. In a
So
way,
like,
yeah.
what's your performance history like? Do you when you like
Non-existent. Yeah, no, I guess skating if you count that, cause you know I used to skate. and shit.
Yeah.
I don't get to go out and skate as much as I do now, just cause music has kind of taken over that obsession. Like I was extremely obsessed with skating, to where like it would consume like everything I did, and I would literally spend like 8 hours a day out skating. Music has kind of taken over that. But I think that is the extent of my quote unquote performance history. Like, my friends and I would go out and just film each other skating. So I kind of be in front of the camera trying tricks for hours, things like that. But I think that's pretty much it for my performance.
Like, I don't know.
In the aspect of like being in front of a camera and being exposed, I think it's similar. Yeah. But I think that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm trying to think of a way how to phrase this question without being like a super personal question, but like your guys' music, like part of why I like, actually the reason I like not just your music but like other music like in this genre, like this category, is because it makes me feel really like nostalgic, you know, like it gets me my feelings, you know, like not in a bad way either. Like there's songs you listen to, you just want to like be sad and just crawl up and like, you know what I mean? But like I like this kind of music, like when I'm in bed and I can't sleep, like I'll be playing Pokemon, like I'll just play that because it's tight. Or like when I'm driving like at late at night, you know, like
Sad boy hours, right?
yeah,
Some simp shit.
yeah. So like your reasoning behind like that sound, or like is there like anything in your life that happened where it's like like I want to make like this slower tone music, or like because like your lyrics don't even have to say like I'm upset or like I've gone through this or that. It's just like you can convey that through different means, you know. That's like the beauty of art and like music and performing, is like you can say something totally different and mean the opposite, you know. So like in terms of like your personal life, you can get as deep or whatever you want, you know what I mean. This is up to you, this is your guys' show, but like is there some sort of like hidden feeling or whatever, like a history or something, like
or something?
I mean, we all like sad music. I don't know, like, you know what I mean? Like all three of us like really do. It's just like honest, I guess. Like we like honesty, so
Yeah, because I think
like
that
honest as it can get. Like,
the thing with that is that I feel like what Tessa said, like all of us have already liked sort of more slower, dour sounding music.
Yeah.
So at sometimes like when we are creating ideas, it's kind of interesting because I'll show my friends or somebody like a rough draft of our song or whatever, and they keep saying like, oh, like this makes me feel nostalgic, or this is melancholy, or makes me feel kind of sad. And at some points I feel like we weren't intentionally going for that kind of vibe.
No.
It just felt kind of innate, and it kind of came out that way. So I think it is. It's not like something we intend for. It just kind of happens to be like slower and sad. I think that is just because that's what we listen to. That's kind of the music we grew up on. At least for me, I think so. So yeah, I think it's kind of a natural thing. It's a natural way of like bringing upon that sound, if that makes sense. I don't think that really made sense at all, but
no, but
what's your answer to
no,
that?
but it does, because like your sound is so, I don't know if I'm using this word right, but like versatile. So like it's the kind of music you can play like during sad boy hours, right? You want to be upset, whatever, and your lyrics aren't even sad, but it's just like the sound of it, right? It's just like, man, you know, it makes you think or whatever, like reflect. Or on the flip side, like it could be like if I'm driving, right, and then like it's like an alright tempo where I can just be like, like just jam out to it. So it's like a perfectly like in the middle. That's why like I was wondering, I'm like, well, I mean, is there a reason? And like, I mean, you know, because if you take like, let's go back into my world, like hip hop, you know, like there's a certain beat that you can play that's like, all right, this is serial, this is storytelling, or there's like that crazy hype shit where you know.
I feel like it's a little more direct with hip hop.
Yeah,
like it's very upfront, and like you know what you're signing up for as soon as you hear that drum beat come in.
Yeah,
that kind of thing, right?
Because you can't talk about you miss your ex on like a club banger, you know, like that's
Drake
weird. Yeah, that's true.
Drake
You
does.
can't.
Yeah, but like
He's something else too.
Yeah, he's something else.
Yeah. So like we talked about like your past, your upbringing, right? Like you know, before we sign off anything, I kind of want to go to like the future. What do you guys have planned? Like, is it like an album in the works, videos, more songs?
That's a secret. We can't tell you what our plan is. All we can tell you is that there is a plan.
As long as you have a plan, because like I don't want to wake up like a couple months from now and it's like last track uploaded, like 2017. Like damn.
we got like videos planned. I say, yeah.
Yeah, videos are important for.
Yeah, and we want to like start like, you know, posting on like YouTube and yeah, just expanding our audience, playing more shows.
I think it's the general, just trying to expand the
Trying to get
audience.
better.
And I think overall, like, we're trying to expand our audience by expanding our social media outreach. Because as of right now, I don't think we're on most social media links. But then again, it's just a matter of like learning how to market those and learning how to promote it and use those accounts well. Because like social media is the most powerful tool in
Yeah.
most media,
Yeah.
like regardless of music, film, all that shit. So I think it's just a matter of us like uploading our content there and expanding from there. Because what are you gonna say?
We're just kind of like learning as we go. Like,
Right. I mean, like
Figuring it
at
out.
least from my perspective, like a huge issue is sometimes getting caught up in the songwriting process and like being stuck in that bubble so much to where you kind of forget about, I don't want to say the business side, but like for lack of a better term, like the business side of it, and trying to reach out to a bigger audience. But what do you think about that?
I mean, yeah, I feel like it's like our short-term plan is to try to reach more people so that like what we're doing is not just going to waste. Like he said, like if we just stayed in our little songwriting bubble, like no one would ever hear it, and so I think it's important for us to do that.
We're trying to.
Sorry.
We're about to do the big move to LA next year. If all things go according to plan, do the whole move to LA thing and get rich and famous.
Yeah. So
In reality, that means we're gonna be working shit jobs and trying to do this on the side.
yeah. So I mean, is the goal like to be signed, or do you guys prefer to stay independent and like just make noise on your own? Because right now you guys, I mean, depending on how you want to look at it, in my opinion, you guys are making noise. Just look at those commas on your SoundCloud plays. Like nowadays there's such an oversaturation of artists
yeah.
on SoundCloud, and I mean more so for like not to keep bringing it back to like my world, but like in hip hop, like you're nothing special anymore if you're a rapper. You know what I mean? Like you really
Yeah.
gotta try extra hard. I don't know what your guys are seeing is like how
Similar,
many
I'd
bands
say.
there are, but I mean like you guys are not doing bad right now. So before we sign off, I just want to kind of just give my thanks for giving me music to listen to. I fucks with it.
That's why we do it.
Heavy, you know what I mean?
We love you too, Joel.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and after this video posts, there's gonna be your SoundCloud link in the description. So everybody, make sure you go check this shit out. They got a lot more music on the SoundCloud than the Apple Music. But if you have Apple Music, or you said Spotify too, right? It's on
Spotify,
Got
Apple
one song in
Music,
there
Tidal.
now.
It's on Tidal too.
It's on Tidal. It's on some other weird streaming
Yeah.
services that I don't use.
Yeah, so it sounds like it's on most major platforms. So
Most.
go cop their single "Lighthouse" is their first song, but it's dope. Trust me. And then go listen to "Dancing on Your Own." That shit fucking slaps, yo. I ain't gonna lie. All right. So before we leave, you guys got something you want to play, right?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. All right. So let's get back to it. So again, click the links, and we'll see you guys next week on The Dish.
We're Childhood Keepsake, and this is She.
Thank you.